Welcome back to my channel and thank you for coming back. So today I'll be making a short. There's this fabric I've been wondering what I'll use it for. These are pieces of fabric, so I want to use it to make a short. First thing I'm going to do now is to fold my fabric into two. I'm cutting out the front part first. My fabric is folded into two. So on the base, I'm going to take my thigh measurements divided into two. My thigh is 24, divided into two, I have 12 inches. And my length, the length of my short, I'll be making use of 16 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance, that is 17 inches. But I'll be attaching band to my waist, and the band I'll be attaching is 1.5 inch. So I'll remove that 1.5 inch, meaning I'll use my band to replace it. 1.5 inch. Then I will mark my 17 inches here. Okay, and I'll also take all the measurement I'm going to be taking. I'll be removing my 1.5 inches for my band. So I'm going to take my crotch measurements. To get your crotch measurement, you can sit on a flat surface and take your crotch depth from your waist to the surface. So my crotch measurement is 9 inches plus 1 inch for ease, so that place will not be so tight. I'm adding 1 inch to it, so I have 10 inches. I'll still take my thigh measurement here. So it's 12. I still want to take my 10 inches for crotch so that the line will be straight. So on my waist part now, I'm going to take, remember we are not adding any sewing allowance on the front part. I'll be adding it on the back part. So to take our waist measurement, I'll be using my hip divided by 4. So my hip divided by 4, I have 9.5 inches. That's what I'll be using here. Remember, this short will be having an elastic band on the back. So here, my 9.5 inch, then I'll also take my 9.5 inch here. So when I root the line, I'll have an accurate measurement. 9.5 inch. Then take your curve ruler or your French curve and curve from here to this crotch. So on this part now, you know, from here to here is 12 inches for my thigh. Let's take our 12 inches. But to shape it a little bit, I'm going to come in by 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Or you can measure that area of your thigh, that area where this place is going to sit. You can measure it, then take your measurement from there. But I'm going in by 1.5 inch, then I'll connect it to my crotch. So I'm going to cut out. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out my back. I'll be using the front part to cut the back part. Okay, here is my back folded into two. My front is placed on the back fabric. So I'm going to trace it out, but before then, on the back side, here is where the front stops. I don't know if you are seeing it. Here is where it stops. how you say, on the back side, depending on how big your bum is, so you are supposed to extend it up by 1 to 2 inches so that it will enable the bum to sit very well. So because I don't have enough fabric, I'll be making use of 1 inch from here to here, and here is 1 inch. Then I'll take the line to the side seam, 1 inch. You take it to the side seam. You can see the line is slanted. Okay, on the crush now, we are going, remember I said we are not adding any sewing allowance on the front part, but I'll be adding on the back part. So on the back part now, I'll be adding my crush. You can make use of 2 to 3 inches. I'll be making use of 2.5 inches here. 2.5 inch. Then on the down part, 2 inches. On the waist part, 2 inches. 2 inches. Then I'll connect it. I'm going to mark my dart line, and I'll be making use of 4 inches. 4 inches, extend it to the back piece, 4 inches. Then the length of the dart, I'll be making use of 4.5 inches. Then on both sides, I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides. So I'll be notching the dart so that I'll know where to start fixing my dart. I'll notch the front parts and also the back. Okay, on the front part, I just remembered, on the front part, I'm going to go in by ½ inch. This will enable the front part of the short to sit well, ½ inch. Then connect it to the side seam. Like I was supposed to do that before I mark my dart line. Okay, so I'll still mark my dart line, notch it. To draft our pocket, because you know the waist we did not make use of our actual waist measurement, we make use of the hip measurement, right? So because of that, I'm supposed to mark from the hem, from the side seam, I'm supposed to mark 2 inches, but the waist is kind of big because we use our hip measurement. So I'll be marking 3.5 inches or 4 inches from the side seam, then mark 3.5 inches. Then the length of the pocket, I'm making use of 7 inches. Then I'll draw a line. Okay, let me remove the back. So we'll be cutting out the slants we just created and open our side seam. And this is what we have. So I'm going to be cutting our pocket now. The first thing I'm going to do, like I said, the fabric I have here, they are in pieces. So I'll just make use of them like that. Fabric, this fabric is folded into 2. I'm going to fold it again. That is, I'm folding it into 4. Into 4. So the width of the pocket, I'll be making use of 7 inches. And here is exactly 7 inches. Then the length of the pocket, I'll be making use of 13 inches. 13. Here is our pocket unfold. Then here is that part we cut, that slanted part. So we are going to place it like this. I'm going to trim out the pocket to match the place we cut. So you see, just place it to align with your side seam and your waist. So we are going to cut one part of it, not the two, or you can open it up so that you not forget and cut the two parts. So I'm going to cut just one part of it. And I still have the other side. I'm going to do the same for the other one. We are going to attach our pocket now. We attach our pocket. So I folded this one. Are you seeing the slant part is on the front side? Then I'll take it like this. I'm going to sew it like this, slant to slant. Then I'll leave this other one like that. This other one will be joined with the back side. Then I'll fold this one too. Then I'll be sewing the slant side to the slant side, slant to slant. Then I'll leave the other side too. So I'm not going to sew like this so that the rough edge will not be showing. So I'm going to turn it inside to sew. Something like this. I'll face it like this to sew, slant to slant. Then I'll stop here. I'll stop at that 7 inches. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Then I'll be right back. Here is the one part of the shirt, and here is the other part. Here is the other part. So you can either trim the excess here, or you notch, or you top stitch to where the pocket is facing. Here is the pocket. You can either trim out the excess or you notch to where the pocket is facing. Face it to where this other side and notch, okay? And what we are going to have here's what we are going to have. Here is what we have. So let me show you the pocket. The pocket is still open. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix my dart, then close my pocket. Here is my pocket. I'm going to close it from here to here. Then from here you stop at that where you stopped sewing before. Then from here you stop at that 7 inches. Okay, from here. But because I don't want any rough edge here, I'm going to turn, flip it over like this. Flip it over like this. Then sew. I'll sew. When I get here, I will sew. Then I'll stop here. Then I'll turn it to the other side. After sewing the two, I'll show you what I have. I've closed the pocket and I've sewn my dart. So I'm going to flip it to the other side. So this is what we have. Here's what we have. You can see the pocket now. It's now clean. We have a clean finishing here. That is why I turn it to the other way to sew. I'm done with the front. I'm going to work on the back. On the back, we don't have much to do. So first, I'm going to open up the side seam. I'm going to sew my dart. I've sewn the dart. So what I'm going to do is to sew my crush, my back crush and my front crush. I've sewn my back crush and my front crush. Here is my band. I've already cut my band. My band is 4 inches. Here is the front band, 4 inches, because it will be on fold, and we are still going to fold 1/2 inch inside. And here is the back band. So I cut them separately, front and back band. So I'm going to iron and fold 1/2 inch inside, then fold it into 2 again. So here are the bands. I've folded them into 2. I've ironed it. So I'm going to attach the back band and the front band. Here is the back. I'm going to attach the band. I'm also going to attach the front band. Before you attach the front band, please make sure you arrange your pockets very well. Iron so that this part will be flat. So arrange it very well. If you arrange, you pin here so that it will not shift while sewing it. Arrange the other side too. So I've attached my band. I've attached my, here is the back. Here is the back. Let me trim out the excess. I said before that I was going to attach an elastic on the back. From here to here I have 20 inches, and this elastic is 20 inches, but I'm going to take out 2 inches from it. So I'm going to attach it now. I'm going to sew. After sewing, I'm going to join everything together. First, I'm going to sew the front and back crush together. Then sew my seam, my side seam, and the other side seam. This is our final look. So the last thing now I'm going to do is to hem the down part and make sure it's equal. You can see I have excess here. I'll be making use of 1 inch to hem them. The last thing I'm going to show you now is the fitting. After I hem it, I will show you how it looks on me. On this back part that has the elastic, if you want your back side to be gathered, if you want the elastic to be gathered, so what you are going to do, you extend when cutting the back, add enough allowance. You know, when cutting our back, we extended it by 2 inches, right? And the crush by 3 inches. But when you need a lot of allowances because of the elastic, extend it more to your desired choice. So I'll be showing you the fitting after hemming the down part.